Okay guys, I'm here today with Owen Jones, huge honor for me. And guys, Owen is one of the biggest names coming up right now in the Jiu-Jitsu scene, gi and no gi. And he's already qualified for the next ADCC in 2024. And he pretty much won the trials, passing everybody's guard, right? Which
yeah,
is
some good outside passing.
Yeah, you were playing guard, but every time that there was points, you were always like the one passing.
Yeah,
right?
trying to put the pressure on for sure.
And guys, it was all about like outside passing. And today he's gonna show us here one of his favorite moves, and he's gonna talk a little bit about as well the outside passing that he has been using in the no-gi scene. So
yes, so we'll start with my favorite move here. So when my partner's seated here, obviously has the advantage of wrestling up, and you tend to see a lot of times people opt to take these mercy grips here. So we're going to use this to get my partner flat on his back and also create an angle. So the first thing I want to do is I want to shuck him forward so I get this little reaction where his feet slightly come off the floor here. And now I can start to do like a turning wheel here. So I'm going to go, one hand's going to come down, clear the legs, the other one's going to try and get over his own head. So I'm going to shuck him and start to spin here. The benefit of this is it just automatically gives me an angle here. If I was just to shove him standard, so if you go back, if I was just to push him straight back, I'm walking straight into his guard, right? The benefit of this is I'm automatically creating an angle here. So even if I get just a little angle, I can start immediately driving and taking the space here. You'll see a lot of the times in the instructional that I'm really adamant about not being in front of his legs and trying to create angles off to the side here. So now when I'm flattening him down, we're going to be forcing him to retain guard, and then we can start using our different options, right? So let's say from here I can start going X pass. If he starts to high pummel the leg over the top, we can start switching to thigh drags. Then we can change the thigh drags if he starts to recover getting the knee inside. We can start going north-south sequences, passing towards here. And also we can just use Toreandos to set all of this up if they are playing off their back, cutting the angle here, immediately making him reactive here. The main thing with outside passing is I'm trying to pass his guard retention. I'm not actually trying to pass his guard. If I'm in a reverse telehiva, now I'm trying to knee cut through the reverse telehiva, right? With the outside, I'm trying to force a certain retention. So if I start to Toreando and I get my head nice and low, this is going to force the high pummel here. So he's going to start to try and pummel his top leg. Now I can immediately react to this by switching to the thigh drag. If I feel like he's getting his bottom knee nice and tight inside, I can start switching for a scoop. We can start chaining into far side passes here. So using the concept of passing your guard retention rather than passing your actual guard. So I'm forcing you to retain, and I'm constantly having answers for each of your retention.
So you're not so focused on my guard, you were thinking more like one step ahead on my retention, because you know that the retention will happen.
Yeah, and I'll go over it a lot in the instructional on what pass kind of forces what retention, right?
Okay.
So like if you knee cut, example, it's going to force the cross frame and probably a certain high pummel. If I turn to north-south, it's going to force you to bring the knees to chest and trying to get your, in majority of the instance, your right knee back inside. And then we have options to counter that, right? Like when you're playing guard, you find you most get tired, or even myself, I most get tired when I have to constantly push someone away and
when you're kind of like surviving instead of like attacking.
Yeah,
right? Like,
if you're constantly chaining from left to right and you're applying the pressure the whole time, this is when people are going to get tired, they're going to make mistakes, and you're going to be able to get the pass or eventually get them back.
I got it. Oh, and at any time you switch from outside passing to inside passing or pressure passing or anything like that, or you stick with just the outside passing?
I tend to stick majority with the outside pass. I don't feel like I ever really go in. I think the main thing is usually I just chain from like a lot of X pass and Toreandos in towards the north-south sequence.
Got it.
And then I think that always, almost 90% of the time, finishes in like a thigh drag. Because they really have to push you away and expose themselves to that pass. And then we can use the thigh drag to then almost reset the sequence. If I don't secure the pass, I thigh drag, then you start to recover, I go to north-south again. So I think I have like a full system where no matter how you retain, I have an answer. So it'll be like, we could flow, and every time you retain, I'm immediately gonna do something. So it's a continuous cycle. The main mistake people make is they'll try and pass for 10 seconds. It's not working, and then they'll disengage, and then they'll go again.
And then try to engage again, and that makes you crazy tired.
Yeah, that makes me tired, and also it's like...
And you give like a breath to the guy on board as well.
Yeah.
Like, he has the opportunity to restructure his guard and go again.
Yeah, whereas I want to be drowning him in pressure and trying to crowd all the space.
Oh, I see that. I can see that. And then another question, so for example, when you did that move, in my mind, I was like, is he going to my side control or is he going to the north-south? So how do you make that decision?
It depends. You can tell immediately as you start to spin how far they're gonna go. So if I can get you to spin all the way into north-south, I'm gonna dive my head and start working that pass. But let's say, for example, if we did it and your feet didn't come off the floor just enough, and I just hit, and I get this angle, right?
That's gonna be side control.
But this is so beneficial anyway, because I'm not in front of your legs. If you try and set up a guard, right, you're probably gonna have to start swinging for reverse and lean back and start misdirecting, and then.
So you kind of go forward, and then you see what's available there. Like if it's more like side control or more like north-south.
Yeah, or sometimes it's even thigh drags when when I immediately knock them down here, as they're coming, they immediately start to high palm with the leg to start the guard, and then when they start to throw the leg, I can immediately start.
That's incredible. Yeah, you have the whole system there, like.
Yeah,
oh,
options for. That's the main thing. There's options for every reaction. It makes guard passes so much easier.
No, that's incredible. And the last question: do you combine leg locks to it, or when you're passing, you're just focused on passing?
No, I definitely combine leg locks, especially the threat of sitting back makes people have to extend their legs and open up space a lot of the times. And if you're constantly making them threatening off submissions, because not necessarily just sitting back on legs, maybe like flying armbar attacks or like jumping on front headlock, these are also very important things for that.
Okay, oh man, that's incredible. And that's such a great system, you know, like, because you don't have to switch to all other type of guard passing. So inside the outside passing, you can build so much that you can stick with outside passing. Like,
I think the reason I stuck with it a lot was because the majority of my training partners back in London are all quite big, like Owen Flanagan, people like this. So if I try and smash him, even if I get really deep on a pass, he's 90 kilos, he can just kick me away, right? He can just push me, shoot me away. So I can pass him with these types of sequences where I'm just constantly outside passing and making him tired, eventually making them toe or securing the pass.
Oh man, that's incredible. No, that's awesome. Yeah, so guys, Owen just shot an entire structure all about the outside passing system that he has, which he used to win the ADCC trials. And it's going to be at IBJJFanatics.com very soon, so maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So make sure to check that out, and thanks so much, Owen. This is awesome.
Cheers.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
IBJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.